February stats are in for the Toronto real estate market, and we are doing bad. That's a fact. There were almost 20,000 listings at the end of the month, which is a record number for February, and only 4,000 of them have actually sold. This means now there are 76% more homes for sale. Yes, you heard that right. It's not 7%, it's not 6%. It's 76% more homes for sale now compared to a year ago. But if you're watching this, you as a consumer only really care about prices because that's what you'll be paying. So average price of a home is down about $25,000 compared to a year ago. So relatively speaking, that's a fairly small difference. So you can say the prices are more or less the same compared to a year ago. But I want you to stick around because I'm seeing a trend right now that will change the way you buy or sell real estate this year. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dilyar Murat. I'm a real estate broker here in the Greater Toronto area. I help people buy, sell, and invest in real estate. And if you're watching this, all I ask from you is a like and a subscribe, because I'm trying my very best to grow this channel and I would really appreciate it. With that said, let's get started. Now, when we talk about the market, everyone says, oh, no, the market is doing okay. It's just the condos. The condos are doing really bad. Well, not really. Let's take a look at this chart together, shall we? As you can see from this chart, home sales are down across the board. Now, this is data. This is not my feeling. This is not my opinion. Home sales are down across the board in every single asset class. But one thing I'm going to share with you is that home prices in the city of Toronto is actually doing much better compared to the surrounding areas. If you notice, the freehold properties, detached homes, on average prices have gone up 7.6% in the city of Toronto. Townhouses in the city of Toronto has gone up 5.6% compared to a year ago. Those are substantial increases. Now, the semi-detached segment saw a price reduction, but understandably so, because the semi-detaches in Toronto had a great run for the last few months. So I can understand that they're pulling back a little bit now. So the freehold segment in the city of Toronto is actually doing good. And one can say, as you can see, the prices are actually going up. But condos, especially condo apartments here in downtown or core Toronto, there's about 8 months of inventory. So that is a buyer's market. The condo market is pretty much in a recession, we can say, and it has been for the last, I could even say, argue maybe a year, maybe even a year and a half. But this time, even the rentals are doing bad, right? There's just so many of them up for rent all at once. You know, all these purpose-built rentals, as well as all these new buildings that got completed. And average rent has also been coming down. And I don't think the condo market in Toronto is going to get any better in the near future. I think the bigger units, like the 2 bedrooms or bigger, or just really unique layouts, will do okay or probably do good. But the rest of them aren't going to do so well in the coming months. And what about the Durham region? Because when we think of like Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa, people just think of houses and townhouses with backyards, but no one's really thinking about condos. The reality is my team and I have multiple condo listings for sale as well as for lease all over Durham, from Pickering all the way to Oshawa. The condo market here in Durham is experiencing pain. Look, the Universal City in Pickering, the latest phase just got completed, right? And we have the landing condos in Whitby. There's 4 towers by Whitby Shores. There's Station 3 in downtown Whitby, and then there's UC Towers in North Oshawa. And the truth is, all of these condos, they all kind of completed in and around the same time, and we just had influx of new listings that hit the market. A lot of them are for sale, and a lot of them are also for rent. So that's bringing down the average sale and rent prices all across the Durham region. Now, this is a segment that I will continue to monitor and give you updates on in coming weeks or month. But for now, you can say the supply is far outpacing the demand here in the Durham region when it comes to the condo market. But what about the freehold market? You see, the freehold market can be described as on fire or absolutely dead, depending on how you interpret data. In the past couple of weeks, I've helped 3 first-time buyers purchase their first home here in the Durham region. And we got into multiple offers. We offered on multiple properties before we were able to secure one. Now, we all know by this point that freehold properties under $800,000 here in Durham region, as long as the condition of the house is decent and it's not in a terrible location, they're selling quick. They're selling for sometimes over asking or multiple offers. And you can say that segment of the market is doing pretty good. So for freehold under 800,000, you're mostly looking at townhomes or older semis or smaller detaches here all over Durham, depending on which area. But when you get to the bigger homes, right, maybe 2,000 square feet plus, or 2-car garage, or 4 bedrooms, or all of the above, that's where I'm noticing a trend. And I'm going to share this with you because I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about this. What I'm noticing is that there's now a huge price gap between homes that are turnkey versus homes that need a little bit of work. So I know you're probably thinking, well, duh, the updated properties or the renovated properties have always sold for more money than the dated ones. But it's different this time. I'm noticing that buyers now are very, very picky. They want turnkey and they want everything to look really nice. And not only that, they're willing to pay a huge premium for homes that look good and turnkey. But if a house needs some work, maybe a little bit of work, maybe a lot of work, maybe it doesn't show well in pictures, it's well kept, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't show well, homes are sitting on the market and selling for a discount. There's an opportunity for both buyers and sellers here. If you're a buyer and you want the best deal, you cannot look at the turnkey properties. You want to find something that needs some work. You can buy it with a pretty big discount and it's not going to cost you as much to actually renovate it. But if you're a seller and you want the top dollar for your home, this is not the time to mess around with it. I don't care if you have kept your property really, really well. You have to make sure that your property is up to date in terms of finishes, flooring, paint, light fixtures, patio doors, deck, back, whatever you can think of. You want to make sure that it looks as modern as possible because that's what's selling. Not only is it selling, but it's selling for a lot of money. So the ROI has never been this big. So my advice to both sellers and buyers, depending on which side of the equation you're on, for sellers, make sure your property looks best as you possibly can. Make sure you can renovate it if there's means to it. And buyers, if you want the best deal, you have to look at homes that need some work. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.